Alright, thanks for watching another one of my videos. Today we are going to remove the rear wheel off of a BMW R1200. There's Walter right there. This is his bike. I have spent a lot of time replacing tires on this bike. I'm down to where I can do both tires removal and install in about 40 minutes. That's including mount and balancing of the tires. I would say I've probably put at least 10 sets of tires on this bike in the last 2 years. He gets a lot of use out of it and just absolutely loves this bike, and I can see why. The first thing I do is I remove the two little Torx bolts that hold this cover on the exhaust. Once that exhaust flange is out of the way, I take a 13mm deep well and I loosen the clamp that holds the exhaust pipe on. So I loosen it up until that clamp comes loose, and it'll slide up off of the mid pipe. So with that out of the way, I grab me a Torx head and I go ahead and I remove the bolt that holds the clamp around the exhaust. And once this bolt is removed, then I can pretty much just slide the exhaust off of the mid pipe and away from the bike. I'm fortunate because whenever Walter brings me his bike, it's always piping hot, so I do have to use a towel or something else to protect my hands from the heat. I'm looking forward to when Walter puts a carbon fiber pipe on this bike. It's going to look great and sound amazing. Hopefully he watches this video and he hears me make that comment and gets that pipe. You get it, Walter. I'll help you install it. So I have a Torx. I'm breaking loose these bolts that hold the wheel on. They're basically just like a Volvo has. It's like a lug bolt. It's not a lug nut like a VFR, like a regular car. It's a bolt that has a tapered head on it, and it holds the wheel onto the single-sided swing arm onto that axle. Not sure what we're looking at. I'm sure he and I are discussing the tire wear. Anyway, back to removing these bolts. There's 5 of them. This is going to be the first step. If you're removing both tires, you want to remove the rear tire first. Once you get the rear tire, the rear wheel removed from the bike will then allow you to put a front wheel lift on and pop up the front end of the bike so you can get the front wheel off. If you're using the center stand, the back tire has to come off first to get the front wheel off. Don't try to do it and leave the rear wheel on unless you have a way to jack up the back of the bike. The back wheel will not allow the bike to tilt on the center stand. So this is definitely one of the easier bikes to work on. I absolutely enjoy working on this particular BMW. It's got my fingerprints all over it, inside and out. Once we get these lugs, these bolts off the wheels, this wheel is going to pop right off, easy enough. Remember, when you're changing your tire, this particular bike does have tire pressure sensors. Be careful when removing that tire not to rip the tire pressure sensor off the wheel. Thanks for watching my video. Watch the next one, how to install the wheel. Thank you.